All right, so Kevin Durant comes out, second time in 2 weeks. First, he called LeBron toxic, and now he mentioned yesterday on a podcast, he talked about all the great players of all time, Kobe, Michael, and he mentions Kyrie, but not LeBron James. You know that Kevin Durant's mad that he went to Golden State. He thought winning titles would elevate him above LeBron, and it hasn't happened.
No, it hasn't happened, but I love this. First of all, they're peers. He shouldn't be, falling over crazy for LeBron or be a fanboy of LeBron James because he's ultimately trying to be better than LeBron during the LeBron era, and he has a chance at it. Colin, if they win the next two championships, right, he'll have won four in a row, beating LeBron a couple times, and then beating the Lakers or you know what I mean, in the LeBron era. This all will make Kevin Durant the better guy, and people ultimately will look at his career and say, this guy beat LeBron in his own game.
So you like him. You don't think it shows insecurity?
No, I mean, we already know Kevin Durant is the Masot. I told you this before. Most sensitive of all time. He is.
Yeah.
This guy should be living the life and traveling Europe and having fun. He's worried about what people think. You can't, when you're this good, knowing the nature of social media and all this stuff, you can't be worried about it. You just won back-to-back finals MVPs, right, and won 2 championships. What could somebody say to you?
I don't think he'll ever leave because I think he has the perfect situation. Then again, I never thought LeBron would leave Miami because of Bosh, Wade, Battier, Riley, Ray Allen, Mickey Arison, the owner. But you never thought the Miami thing was a success for LeBron and Wade.
Not at all. I mean, this whole thing that they had where it was Dwayne Wade and LeBron, it was their last game and all this thing. It was like revisionist history. That situation in Miami where he not 2, not 3, not 4, remember that? About all the championships? Was a failure in Miami. Yes, Joy Taylor, it was a failure. LeBron and Bosh and Wade, they only really almost only won 1 championship if it wasn't for Ray Allen.
Oh, I missed the column for the almost won the championship.
Yeah, what column's that in?
That was an almost. You know the one I'm talking about where Ray Allen saved his bacon, where he made that big 3-pointer.
Everybody in Miami after that?
Everybody in Miami was out of the stadium. Don't you remember? They were outside banging on the window trying to get back in.
It was like 30 people, and they had a Game 7 after that.
Yeah, they had another game, Rob.
You're
marginalizing it.
No, I'm not marginalizing it. There was no way when you put that team together did you think they would win 2 out of 4 championships. If you want to be known as something special, it would be at least 3 in a row. They didn't do that. They did not get the 3 in a row.
I don't think failure is a fair word. Did they achieve Shaq Kobe level? No. Michael Jordan Warriors? No. But I think getting to the finals 4 straight times and winning 2, I don't think that could be deemed as failure.
When you put together those 3 players who were all in the same draft, stars, demolished the competition in the Eastern Conference, open the door for yourself to win, and you didn't accomplish that, you did nothing special. Winning 2 championships is nothing special, Colin. If you told me that they won all 4 or won 3 out of 4, maybe I would buy into it. What they had set up, and don't forget, LeBron talked about it, winning all these championships in a row, and he even said, I'm not kidding, I'm serious about it. They really thought that they were going to run the table, and they lost to Dallas, which was a terrible loss in the finals.
LeBron's worst series ever. Yes.
No doubt about it. And then to only win 2 out of 4.
Well, they did get rolled by San Antonio in the 4th year in the finals. That was not a competitive finals.
Not at all.
They got rolled. Okay, I want to go back to this. Dak Prescott. Tony Romo, and I love Tony Romo. He's a great broadcaster, by the way, is kind of legendary. We all know he's not Aikman.
He's just got to let Jim Nantz breathe a little bit.
A little bit more.
Right.
Okay.
Am I right?
Yeah.
That's it. He'll learn that.
Aikman's the greatest Cowboy quarterback ever. Staubach is inches behind him. And Tony Romo's way up there. But my takeaway is Dak will be number 3 because he is going to inherit the best running back, Tony Romo didn't. The best defense, Tony Romo didn't. He's inheriting better stuff than Romo, and I think eventually Dak will surpass Romo in Cowboy lore. Do you?
I'm not buying it. I just cannot believe where we are. A month ago, Troy Aikman said the Cowboys need to be blown up, and this was a complete mess. Nobody was talking about giving Dak Prescott $28, $30 million to be a quarterback. And I'm not all the way in. I have not bought all the way in because I think this thing could turn the other way. I'll tell you right now, if he was available right now on the open market, very few, if any, would want Dak Prescott or to sign him. I don't believe he's that guy that you would be like, oh, wait a minute, we can replace our quarterback and get Dak Prescott? There's still a lot of flaws there. You mean, were you convinced when they beat the Saints and the Cowboys scored no points in the second half of a 13-10 win? Is that when you were convinced that Dak Prescott is that guy? Come on, Colin. This is prisoner of the moment. I'm not taking anything away. They've won the 5 games. He's played better, no doubt about it. But this thing could turn over and go the other way very, very quickly.
Here's what's interesting. So I talked to a Vegas sharp this morning, somebody I deeply trust in Vegas, who doesn't work here, doesn't work at my old place.
Right.
He said Vegas is begging you to bet the Cowboys this weekend. Go look at the line, -2.5. Colts are favored. They are begging you to bet. They're begging the country to bet Dallas. What does that tell you?
Right.
Colts are winning the game.
No doubt about it.
So to your point, if they lose to the Colts this weekend, are we all like, oh, my God, what was I thinking about Dak Prescott?
And that's all I'm saying. It's going to take a lot more for me to be convinced. I mean, the Cowboys, if I'm the Cowboys, I wait one more year, and I don't care. I want him to prove to me that he is really that guy. Yes, you probably could get him a little cheaper now, but be careful because when you rush into it, there's no turning back. And if this guy goes back to the guy he was a year ago or even earlier this season, where people were talking about 200 yards, a game manager, do you remember all the stuff?
Yeah.
That was this year. That wasn't 4 years ago. So I know things have turned around.
Is it fair to say this, though? His intangibles are great. During the anthem, he said, I'm going to put my hand on my heart and stand. And when he got pushed back on Twitter, he doubled down and said, I don't care. The Des Bryant mess rises. Zeke mess legally rises. Couldn't I argue, though, a big part of this sport is intangibles. He is an A+ at intangibles.
That's fine. But I've also seen the bad Dak who can't throw the ball consistently down the field, who Troy Aikman a month ago said, this is no good. I mean, seriously. I'm not picking on Troy. I'm just saying everybody saw that. We all saw it, didn't we, when they were struggling and how bad it was. And I'm saying, has he played better? Yes. But am I convinced that this is the guy? I bet you if Jerry Jones could do it all over again and could have made the change for Tony Romo, I bet you he would. And he wouldn't admit it now because things are rolling and they got a chance to win the division and make the playoffs and all that. But if he could do it all over again, he would take Tony Romo 9 out of 10 times over Dak Prescott.
By the way, Brady and Belichick, according to a story this morning, are getting along again.
You know I'm not buying that at all.
Why?
Because Belichick will never live it down that the owner picked the 40-year-old quarterback over the coach. It's never happened. You want me to name all the quarterbacks who got sent packing, in their career?
Montana.
Brett Favre, Montana won 4 Super Bowls, got sent packing. Joe Namath played for the Rams. I could go on and on and on. Peyton Manning they put out in Indianapolis, right?
Yeah.
This is what happens. But in this case, Belichick got picked over by the quarterback. And I think that he'll always feel burned by the owner that he picked Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's the first time ever. Good point. It's the first time ever they chose the quarterback over the coach when the quarterback was 40.
Yes.
I never thought about that.
It's never happened. And that's why I'm saying Belichick won't get over it.
Good seeing you.
As always.
Instigator. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.